Welcome to my baking channel, Grandpa's Bake Oven. Today, I'll show you how to make a delicious sponge cake using the dry and wet method. The process is to mix the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients separately and then blend them together. This is a very simple process and makes baking a cakewalk. I have named it Classic Fusion Sponge Cake. First, let's prepare the dry ingredients. Start by sieving 200 grams of sugar into a bowl. Thereafter, sieve 200 grams of flour. Finally, add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder to the sieve and sift it into the bowl as well. This helps to remove any lumps and ensures that all the ingredients are well combined and aerated. Now that we've sifted and mixed our dry ingredients, let's transfer them to another bowl. You might be wondering why I'm not just using another bowl for the wet ingredients. Well, I like to think of it as a bowl-saving strategy, less washing up later. So, let's make the most of this bowl and move on to our wet ingredients. Crack 4 eggs and take them into the large mixing bowl. Beat the eggs thoroughly until they are well combined. Now, add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract to the bowl. Pour in 60 milliliters of milk at room temperature. Keep stirring so that all the ingredients blend before you add butter. Finally, add 200 grams of salted butter at room temperature. Now you use the hand blender at medium speed. Now that all the wet ingredients are in the bowl, it's time to blend them together. Using a hand mixer or a whisk, blend the eggs, vanilla, butter, and milk for about 2 to 3 minutes. This ensures that the butter is fully incorporated and the mixture becomes smooth and creamy. Properly blending the wet ingredients helps create a consistent texture and ensures that the cake will bake evenly. Now, it's time to combine the dry ingredients with the wet mixture. We'll do this in 2 installments to ensure everything mixes evenly. First, add half of the dry ingredients to the bowl. Using a blender, mix on a low setting until the dry ingredients are just incorporated. This helps prevent overmixing and keeps the batter light and airy. I haven't added salt separately because I'm using salted butter, which provides the necessary seasoning. If you're using unsalted butter, be sure to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to your dry ingredients. Blend the mixture until the dry and wet ingredients are just combined and you have a smooth batter. Stop blending once there are no visible streaks of flour, as overmixing can lead to a dense cake. Now, the batter is ready to go into the oven. Now, pour the cake batter into an 8-inch by 8-inch square baking tray, spreading it evenly. In the meantime, ensure that you've preheated your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Preheating the oven is crucial for even baking and achieving the perfect cake texture. After pouring the batter, spread it evenly in the tray. This ensures that the cake bakes uniformly, without any lopsided sections. Next, use a skewer stick to gently move through the batter to release any trapped air bubbles. This helps prevent holes in the finished cake. Finally, tap the tray a few times on the counter. Tapping helps settle the batter and further eliminates air bubbles, ensuring a smooth and even bake. Now, place the tray with the batter into the preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, using only the lower coil. Bake for approximately 55 to 60 minutes. Using just the lower coil and extending the baking time ensures a slow, even bake, which helps the cake rise properly and develop a moist, tender crumb. Be careful not to overbake, as this can dry out the cake. Keep an eye on it towards the end of the baking time to achieve the perfect texture. Now that the cake is out of the oven, I've carefully demolded it and placed it on a cutting board. As I cut into the cake, you can see the beautiful texture and sponginess. This perfect bake is a result of the slow baking process using only the lower coil, which ensures an even rise and a moist, tender crumb. If you prefer to use convection mode, you can bake the cake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes. It's all about personal preference. In this case, I've chosen the slow baking method to achieve this wonderfully soft and airy texture. Thank you for watching till the end. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from, so please mention your country in the comments below. If you try baking this cake, share your experience in the comments as well. I can't wait to hear how it turned out for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. Thanks again for watching, and happy baking. I'm always here to help with any baking questions or queries you might have. I'll be more than happy to share my experiences and insights. Whether it's about this recipe or baking in general, your feedback is invaluable to me. Let's bake together and create something amazing.